Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to my channel. Yeah, thank y'all so much for tapping back in. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to see what I have to say. I promise y'all, it means the world to me. This is no cap, for real. The likes, the comments, all of it. It means the world to me, for real, for real. And with that being said, we're going to hop into why we're here today. You already know Quant Network. This company is absolutely spectacular. I thank y'all for following me on this journey of Quant. I think this might be video 11 or 12. You know, I'm always off of the videos, but the number's always right on the posting. Anyway, follow me on this journey. I've talked about so many different things this company is facilitating around the world, and it's like nobody is paying attention. It's like nobody is seeing that arm and that arm and that arm and that arm, all gravitating towards one entity, the overledger, the interoperability layer of the internet. Follow me when I'm telling y'all what I'm telling y'all, okay? My first video was the man himself, the CEO of Quant Network, Mr. Gilbert Verdian. Okay, the last video we talked about the overledger going live for the world to use. Okay, follow me. I'm baby stepping anybody that's new to this, and if you old to this may be old information, but hopefully you hear it in a different way coming from me, because I may see it slightly differently than you see it, and you walk away with a different perspective. But with that being said, follow me down this journey of Quant. You will not be sorry. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, y'all. For real. Follow me. Here we go. Mr. Gilbert Verdian. He is talking at Sibos. Okay? It's an interview with Finextra. Follow me.
Hello, I'm Debbie Bell Hosking at Sibos in London for Finextra TV. And I'm speaking to Gilbert Verdian of Quant Network. Hello, Gilbert.
Hi, Debbie.
We were chatting a little earlier and you spoke about re-architecting the financial system. What do you mean by that?
We're living in an exciting time right now. This time that we're in only happens every 30 to 40 years. The last time we moved from paper finance to electronic, and that was in the 60s and the 70s. We then went digital, but now we're in a state where we're actually able to go decentralized, which means we're able to disintermediate how we run the financial system and give people access to technology and the whole system in a new way. So we're doing things which were never done before.
And it's Sibos, and you've had a launch, you've been involved in a launch. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yes, so we're quite excited. One of the biggest problems that we've solved with our technology is the ability to interconnect. And the technology we've solved is blockchain. Everyone is loving that technology. It's being widely implemented and adopted, but the barrier is removing the ability to trust and interoperate and have flexibility. So we've taken those barriers away, and we've allowed financial institutions, central banks, FMIs to be able to use any blockchain at scale. And we've implemented this technology within payment infrastructure, within capital markets, and in central banks. And what we've done is we've created a network of networks that's fit for a hyper-connected world. And that's quite exciting, because if you look at how we're doing the system and innovation, we're operating in silos. And what we've done is we've allowed everyone to innovate and build, but we've interconnected everyone. We're allowing people to have access to new markets, new technologies, new customers, and keep what they've already got, but making it compatible and interoperable.
And of course, the theme of this year's Sibos is thriving in a hyper-connected world.
Yes.
Where do you see this going, years from now? Where, you've done your launch today at Sibos. What does the future hold?
I think we're seeing a structural change in the architecture of the system. There's a lot more market demands. There's new barriers that have been removed. Regulation has caught up, which is really exciting. I come from the Bank of England, the Treasury. My background is in cybersecurity, so heavily regulated environments. Regulation has caught up with technology today. And what we're seeing is the ability to do things which were just not possible. And the market is demanding it. And if the financial system doesn't change, you've got a threat of new market entrants, the technology companies of the world. They're able to do a lot more, and they're bigger, and they're able to move fast. And so where we're seeing financial services go is really an evolution, but a rapid evolution into a new world with a lot of uncertainty but a lot of potential. And what we like to do is bring trust to that uncertainty. We'd like to allow innovation to foster in a nice, controlled, safe way, so they can create products and deliver new services to their customers, whilst maintaining all the compliance they have to.
Gilbert, thank you so much for sharing your news with us, and have a good rest of the conference.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yo, come on now. Did you just hear what this man just said? Did you hear that? They are creating and they're building what they're calling now the internet of trust. Because with blockchain being transparent, and you have something highly regulated like the overledger that is truly transparent, that can be trusted because it is being protected by the IETF standards. Follow me when I'm telling y'all the things that I'm explaining to you. This is incredible what's going on right now. And that was a few years ago, right? So now we're getting ready to jump into a few things that they have present day. They just had a release of their digital dollar. That's coming. Follow me, that's coming. But they just had the papers from the Digital Pound Foundation released, okay? So I'm gonna kick this off to my boy Everything Crypto. He rocks as well. Like I told y'all in my very first video, this is how it even started. I was just sitting here compiling and just watching all of my favorite YouTubers and just seeing, this person is saying this and this person is saying this and this person is saying this, and it's all great and it's all valuable information. But when you start to do interconnecting of your own mind by what they saying and what they saying and what they saying, and you really see like it truly is the overledger that sits over everything. Honestly. Anything you can think of, every fabric of our lives will be affected and touched by the overledger, whether you know it or not. Because think about it, when foundations are laid, it is then covered over with buildings. So you don't even see what's keeping that building up, but it has to be strong and it has to be resilient. And what they have done with the committees coming out of TC 307 and the overledger being born out of that, have created a foundation that is strong and is resilient, and that countries have adopted because they had a hand in creating it. Follow me when I'm saying to you about this company. But with that being said, my boy, Everything Crypto, we're talking about the work that Quant has done with the Digital Pound Foundation. Here we go.
A couple of days back. So, directed by the BIS Innovation Hub, Project Rosalind was an experiment that explored the development of a retail CBDC. It tested how application programming interfaces, or APIs, could facilitate retail payments in CBDCs and support in the exploration of innovative use cases. So essentially, the project looked at a public-private sector collaboration model. So looking at both the public sector and the private one for these use cases with four main objectives in mind. So functionality, investigating how APIs could enable a central bank ledger to interact with private sector service providers for safe and secure retail CBDC transactions. And then interoperability, so, discovering methods to achieve interoperability among various systems and applications. And this did involve kind of looking at the options, risks, opportunities, and trade-offs that are involved with actually delivering on this interoperability. So adoption, kind of exploring API functionalities that would enable this development and, enable CBDCs to be widely adopted. And then ecosystem, so just gaining insights on how this could all work.
Come on, you guys, come on. So with that whole project, with the Digital Pound, with Project Rosalind, think about this. You had the Bank of Canada, the Bank of England, you had Amazon, Barclays, MasterCard, and these are just some of the players. I'm not even mentioning all of the players that were associated with Project Rosalind, testing out not an institutional grade CBDC, a retail CBDC. Listen to what I'm telling you when I'm telling you what I'm telling you. This company is facilitating something that has never been seen before. And the amount of value that will one day flow through, we will all grow to know to be the overledger is, I don't even know how to explain it. We're talking Maybe, I keep saying trillions, but it might be quadrillions. It's facilitating every transaction in the world to some degree, whether that's via another blockchain or directly via the overledger, because it touches everything. Follow what I'm telling you when I'm telling you, okay? So this next video, we're going to dive into a little bit of the tokenomics of why the QNT token is so valuable and so important and so integral to the whole entire system of Overledger. Follow what I'm telling you. When I said in the other video that it's going to be the most valuable thing on the planet, that wasn't cap, and this is my opinion, but for the utility that it's bringing to the world, come on, y'all. We just got to think. We just have to think. It's Bitcoin on steroids. It's literally, because this is when Gilbert Burdian was in higher up places, literally, he took it to a committee. Do you know what this is? He talked about Bitcoin. I think he said this is like 2008 or something like that. Nobody knew what it was. They thought it was nothing. He continued his research and development. He continued working on blockchain. He continued diving deeper into it to where he sits now 20 plus years in the game of high level institutional cyber security. We talking not companies, we're talking whole healthcare systems. We're talking entire governments. Follow what I'm telling you when I'm telling you this company is crazy. All right, so here we go. This is another from my boy Everything Crypto. Listen, I love all of the YouTubers that I follow. If I'm highlighting you, that means I see value in what you bring into the people, and I'm just trying to get it to even more people, but I'm going to always make sure I shout y'all out because y'all are on the game. Y'all don't want to put me on game, which made me start doing more research, which made me start reading more. I'm just trying to get people to the level that I'm at to see this for exactly what it is and to see that it's an opportunity that I said this before and I will keep saying it. It is the infrastructure being built. And I wish that my grandparents and great-grandparents had had a seat at the table when infrastructure was being built because then my life would be differently. Think about that. Think about it if your grandparents was a part of the railroads being built, and they were part of, have stock in one of these huge companies that sit today, that still operate today. A portfolio passed down to you, not you having to build one out like we're doing. But that's okay though. We're doing this for a reason so that we can actually pass a portfolio down to the next generation. This is about generational wealth. If you don't know, follow me when I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Come on, y'all. This is insane and incredible. Everything Crypto. Dude, you be on the run. You rock as well.
Connected. And the Quant token does, in fact, play a role in this, okay? So if we actually scroll down here, then yeah, it says right here. So what is the purpose of the Quant token? Quant is a utility token. It is used as a form of payment for Quant services, most notably as a way for Overledger users to pay their fees, as explained in another article. Every developer and customer has to purchase a license and can also pay for transactions in Quant. Now, there's a really good infographic that does break all this down, so I'm going to go ahead and find that for you guys real quick. We're going to scroll down. I know I posted it, somewhat recently. There it is right here. So Quant utility token overview. So enterprise licenses, Quant tokens must be provided to Quant network in exchange for an annual license. Developer licenses, identity and account. So a minimum Quant holding amount is put in place for every participant of the Overledger ecosystem. Transaction processing. So Quant tokens are used to validate, sign, and encrypt every transaction that flows through Overledger. And keep in mind, this is not like an official infographic from the Quant team, but this just kind of sums up, the basic use cases for the Quant token. All of which is kind of pointing at the fact that increased adoption of the Overledger does also, actually necessitate more demand for the Quant token itself.
So y'all heard that. You see how important the Quant token and how integrated it is into the actual system of Overledger, okay? follow me, because like he said, one of the last things he said, increased adoption. Listen to what I'm telling you when I'm telling you. I have another video. This is actually a news briefing, an article. Follow me. Remember, I mentioned Lacchain in maybe 3 or 4 videos ago. We're going to dive deeper into Lacchain. Quant is right there with their hands all in the mix, because they are the y'all know, that's a tongue twister for me. Sometimes I get it out perfectly, and other times it blah, 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 coming off of my tongue. Because I will say this too. Y'all, none of this is scripted. Yes, do I have videos that, I'm playing for y'all? Yes. But everything that I'm saying is literally just coming, boom, right off of my head. So, with that being said, sometimes I get a little blah, 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 tongue-tied, but I get back to the point. But interoperability. See, I got it out that time. It's insane, but they really are. So follow me on this. Lacchain is huge, and it's already being done and being facilitated. So think of another year, another 2 years, another 3, another 4 years of just Lacchain alone. Now throw in the digital pound. Now throw in the digital dollar. Throw in the digital yuan. Throw in the digital, Christian Lagarde euro. Like, follow me when I'm telling y'all what I'm telling y'all. This company it's incredible. So here we go.
Cross-border banking services accessible and reliable is paramount to driving growth and development across the globe. Quant is working to create a new digital payment network that will transform lives and markets by enabling seamless cross-border transactions and expanding access to financial inclusion to millions of people.
Today's modern payment system makes almost everything easier. In London, riding the underground means a simple touch of your phone or bank card at the turnstile. But as digital payments get faster, some regions of the world are in danger of being left behind. In Latin America, around half of people don't have a bank account at all, and about 80% don't have a credit card. That means hundreds of millions of people without access to crucial financial tools like payments, loans, or money transfers. The team at Quant believes blockchain technology can bring financial inclusion to the entire region, going beyond the traditional banking system to help serve the so-called unbanked.
By implementing blockchain technology, they're able to leapfrog all the legacy infrastructure and the barriers that they've had in the past to real world, real time, and digital assets in a very short period of time, benefiting people by having better payment systems to facilitate more innovation, stronger GDP growth, and allowing for seamless trade between the different parties.
Quant founder and CEO Gilbert Verdian is an expert in using blockchain for payments. Blockchains are like digital records, storing information about transactions or contracts. Quant's platform called Overledger makes developing for different blockchains easy. It links them and other legacy systems together, allowing financial services to cross digital and physical borders.
Our approach is bringing the technology to them.
Listen, I'm not even done with that, but I just want to give y'all a little break and come back in and do a woosah with y'all for a minute and just be like, oh my God, just listen to what they're saying. And you can see in this video, this is nothing futuristic. This is saying we're doing this. This is what we have. This is what we can do for you. This is what we're doing. Look at our previous work. Look how stellar it is. Look how immutable it was. Look how seamless it happened. You can talk to our people at the Bank of International Settlements. You can talk to the Bank of England. You can talk to the Federal Reserve of America. You can talk to the people that we've already worked with. Trust me, we got you. This company is insane. But more about Lacchain. Here we go, y'all.
And physical borders.
Our approach is bringing the technology to the masses, and you can't be limited by geography. The very nature of blockchain is global, and the very nature of how society and businesses operate today is through globalization is also global.
Now Quant is providing digital payments for an ambitious project called Lacchain, which links a dozen countries in Latin America and the Caribbean, along with scores of regional institutions, businesses, and governments.
So in a region as Latin America and the Caribbean, where there's different countries, where different currencies, different jurisdictions, we have always tried to build Lacchain as an infrastructure that could allow, the development of solutions that would help cross-border payments and financial inclusion.
Lacchain will give anyone with a smartphone the power to make and receive payments and send money abroad, making it a potential game changer for those without access to traditional banks.
I want to pay my friend and they're in Colombia and I'm in Panama. So I press pay, go into my contacts, and the network knows who they are. They have a digital identity as well. That's it. Then I just tell them, how much do I want to pay? And I hit pay.
Lacchain could also help when disaster strikes. Distributing government aid to victims of natural disasters can be slow and expensive. But with Lacchain, funds could arrive in a flash.
They have an app on their phone where you can just push the money straight to it. Right? It doesn't cost you any of that. It's immediate. As long as they've got mobile phone service, then they've got money they can spend with a QR code, right, in the grocers and the shops, so they can buy food, they can buy water, they can buy all of the things that they need directly with their phone on the day.
Lacchain is about more than just financial inclusion. It's also designed to arm people with the digital tools they need to thrive in the modern world. Something like a digital ID card, which can be tough to get and isn't always transferable between countries.
It's a much bigger idea, really, because the whole point of this regional network, and a lot of them actually, is to bring a lot of what people's lives are, which are in lots of separate different areas, bring them together, make them easier, make everything easier. So you're traveling between regions, doing business with other countries, making payments between countries. It lowers these kind of the big walls that you have, the big walls of red tape, really, between countries within that region.
Quant will help officially launch the Lacchain project in 2023, with the potential to rocket an entire region into the future.
Now, y'all heard that. Y'all heard it launched in 2023, which means we're going to be a good year into this thing being facilitated and being moved. Think about what I'm saying when I'm telling you the things that I'm telling you. No one has ever seen utility in motion, okay? No one knows exactly what that's going to look like when you have literally everything running on top of you. And yes, it's going to take time. It's not going to be a flip of the switch. It's going to take time. A year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. That's why for me, Quant is a long-term hold. Quant is something that I hope to pass on to my children and grandchildren, because that's how valuable it's going to be. It's going to be one day having a whole Quant. It's going to probably be called a whole coiner. That it's going to be a thing, because Quant, what they're doing for the world and what they're bringing to the world and the way they went about doing it. The thing is, they fell in line. I could have started a company, then brought my technology to market, then have to deal with regulators and all of this stuff when things aren't the way they want it. What they did was they went to regulators. Come have a seat at the table. Come talk with us. Come bounce ideas off of us via TC307. Oh, this is what you want? This is how you need it to be? We got you. Here is Overledger. Come on, y'all. Think about that. Think about it. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, that you have a company that is literally the next layer of the internet, literally seamlessly interoperating everything with everything. And it has huge weight behind it because it has been being facilitated by the governments. Think about that. Of course, if I work with you in this working group, I'm going to trust the product that you're now giving me from the working group. Follow me when I'm telling you what I'm telling you. With that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. I appreciate you. I be getting tongue-tied, y'all. This is just follow me. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Until next time, peace out.